Doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm good. The bird is back, and it's just gonna do this now. Every time I take that train, the bird is there.
The same pigeon from the last episode?
So here's the thing. I feel like it would be crazy for me to just say unequivocally that this is the same pigeon. I don't know that. All I know is that
it's more fun.
It does look the same, and it exhibits the same behavior. And I record it each time like it's the same one. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm slowly becoming this bird man because no one else seems to notice or care. And I'm like, guys, this is the can I tell you? Okay, so yesterday I was like, guys, this is the same pigeon from yesterday. And then the person that I was talking to was like, I don't know you.
You just said it to somebody?
I just said it to somebody like, man, this is the same picture from yesterday. And he was like, yeah, I don't know you. Or like, I don't have any connection to this.
I love that he just started with that. Just, I don't know you.
I don't know you.
I wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah. Which is fair. It wasn't until he even said, I don't know you, that I realized I was talking to a stranger. Because you know how sometimes you just take the same commute with like a handful of people? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Like I had seen him before.
Right.
And so I thought we could connect. I thought I could both like show my excitement and make a new friend off the fact that this is the same pigeon.
Right.
And he was like, I don't know you.
I don't know you.
And I was
you,
like,
sir.
That's very fair. I know we've taken the train kind of together several times, but we have never spoken to each other.
Well, because sorry.
And me opening up with this is the same pigeon is not how you start a friendship.
No, especially then your follow-up is be like, oh, sorry, well, I see you taking this route all the time.
Also, my name is Josh. Just
that's
for
a good
when you
start.
Tell the police.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I want you to go ahead and take a good mental picture right now for the description. I'll back up. There you go. Get a good look.
Get a good look. I'll turn around real quick so you can give a full description of what I'm wearing.
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So my days have been seeing that pigeon again and again. Also going to the Met. I went to the Met yesterday.
Oh,
and that was really cool. But it did remind me that I had been to the Met. I thought I had never been, and then I got to a couple of rooms, and I was like, "Oh no!"
See, what's great too is I know you've been to the Met.
Yeah.
Because last year when Jess and I went, you and Sally talked about when you guys had gone to the Met.
Yeah.
So I know you've been there. You could have texted me.
But I didn't even think, okay, here's the thing. So when I went to the Met the first time, I was just like a kid in a candy store full of art. Like I didn't even have a plan.
I was licking everything.
I was just licking everything. I was touching all of it. I was asked to leave several times, had to sneak back in. So basically, as I'm walking around, the first time I remember much better now, I was just enjoying being there and how big this place is. This is ridiculously huge. And so it is. It's like every time you turn a corner, there's a huge, you're in a different huge building.
And that is true. And it's kind of an easy place to get lost in too. But I just like the idea of you in the Met, which has one of the like best art collections in the country, and just you being like, this room is so big.
Yeah.
Like spinning in a circle.
No, it was.
I've never seen a building so big. How? You were just outside.
Amazing. And so
it's an amazing place.
It wasn't until I got to some of the medieval, like Byzantine art, that I was like, wait, I've seen and it's because they keep the structure the same. So even if the art is changing, they there's that huge gate, that huge gate. So that I was like, wait, I've seen that exact thing before. And then I turned into a room full of art I had seen before. And I was like, wait, oh no, I've been here. And luckily though, the first 2 hours that I was there, even though I had been there before, I saw a bunch of art I had never seen.
Yeah. No, it's a massive place.
Yeah.
They have so much stuff in there, because me and Jess, when we went last year, that was our big thing, is that once it wasn't until because they were closing down, we were there like until like 5, and we went to their gift shop quick, and then we started seeing like the prints and stuff or whatever they have there, because usually it's like museums, here's what we have here, and they kind of sell merch based on it. It wasn't until we were going through that we realized, like, oh fuck, they have that here, and we didn't get to any of it because we spent like a full hour just in the Egyptian section, because they have like old pieces of tombs and pyramids, which is fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
But we realized we got stuck in all that like old historical stuff. I mean, it's all historical, but like that really, really old, like actual structural stuff. We did that for so long, and then this time we made a goal where like we are going to get to the paintings. We didn't see any of the Van Goghs. We missed. It's like the most famous thing they have there, and we missed all of it. We didn't even realize. So this time we went back. We stayed focused, and we got to that stuff, and we were literally like a hallway away from all the shit we wanted to see.
That's
just
funny.
didn't go. We didn't go 3 extra feet.
Yeah.
To get to it.
While I was there, and this is what's weird. Clearly, even though a lot of this stuff is priceless, clearly there's a level of care for some pieces more than others, because some pieces have an alarm and some of them do not. And so there was a kid who straight up this kid straight up licked the statue of the Three Graces. Just imagine you're sitting there appreciating, like, you know, ancient art, like the fact that there's someone who has carved into marble something that has stood the test of time, and you look down and there's just a 3rd grader just running his tongue.
Well, yeah. Remember when we were at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and we just saw that kid who was like ready to climb into an ancient fountain.
Yeah.
He was like standing on part of it and just touching it. And his mom's level of alarm was nothing. She just went, Jeffrey, don't.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, he's climbing history. Grab him.
Yeah. Yeah. His oily fingers are going to desecrate this ancient piece of art.
Can I talk quick about the other thing I saw at the Philadelphia Museum of Art? Or rather heard. You remember this.
I don't, but yeah.
When we were there, I went into this little side room where like it went to like one of those kind of like recreation rooms. You know, this is what this, you know, whatever would look like. And I walk in and there's a security guard in there.
Oh,
and I see him he's off to the side with his phone. And I just walk into the room and he's clearly doing speech to text. Because he starts it. And he goes, the dishes, and then he hears me behind him and he stops. But then continues, just goes, the dishes better be cleaned and put away when I get home. And he was clearly sending a threatening text to a family member.
Yeah.
But I love the thinking about not finishing saying it. But then he went ahead, because I was in there. I was right behind him.
The
and
only reason he
decided
didn't
to finish the
curse
threat
was because you were there.
That's probably the gap was probably yeah.
Because because then later when I lost you, I found him. So then you were like gone. You were like, because every major cities of art museum is usually just huge. So like the Art Institute in Chicago is huge. Philadelphia Museum of Art, the Virginia Fine Arts Museum, all like take days to get through. Like, and that's only if you're trying to just look, much less read what the artist was doing when they made the piece. So I lose you almost immediately. like
You were just really enjoying looking at the swords, and I was ready to move on.
Yeah, so I was like chilling, looking at swords. I was chilling, looking at like all the stuff. Anyway, I lose you at one point, and there's a room just like the room that you were in. This is a different area, though, I think, that you were in than versus the one I was in, where they've taken pieces that were essentially like the living quarters of that period. And so this guy, once again, is tucked away. I guess he just thinks no one looks in this room, because you can only take 2 steps into the room and look around. You can't actually walk in the room. Right, because then it's
just a barrier, and then you're just looking at the still life, I guess, or whatever.
But then he's tucked into the side, And so then when I don't even fully hear what he said. I have like many inferences to what he may have been saying, because it sounded like what I heard him. He had, once again, speech to text, phone close to his mouth, and he was like, "Don't make me break my foot off." And like, it was like the same like through the teeth thing that I imagine you heard, but it was even more mumbly. So it wasn't like the dishes whatever. It was like just one just amoeba of a threat, just like, "Don't make me take the back of your leg," and like it was just
Just chaos. This poor security guard. He just wants to find a quiet corner to threaten his family.
Yeah,
that's all he wants to do.
Yeah.
And he was in stark contrast to the first security guard we ran into. Remember, who was telling us about like the ancient railing, which could absolutely be a lie.
It could be. I also think, this is what I think. I think that guy was told that by a different security guard years ago, and he's repeated it ever since, because it is an interesting fact, and I think it could be true mainly because they are tucked away in a way that people just don't look at them.
Yeah, so there's this one room where then there's this there's like a walkway up there or something. Looks like a staff only area.
Yeah,
and there's this one section of like stone railing, and he's like, that is, I think he said that's the oldest piece of art. Or no, it's one of the oldest pieces actually in the museum.
Yeah,
because it was taken over from some sort of, I don't know, cathedral or something.
Yeah, they took it from a temple.
Yeah, and then just put it there, but no one has labeled it, and it does look kind of out of place. So you're like, maybe, but also, I don't know. And he just tells this story of like, you're not supposed to say this, but it's like, oh, that costs like $7 million or some shit. And I'm like, I don't know if anyone would really. I don't think that really translates. You might be going off of other artifacts from that era or something could be worth that. I don't think just a railing that has been built into a museum now would go for $7 million.
And before we completely drop this topic, just in case it's not resonating with the audience, before we leave it behind,
it's an episode on culture, okay? I don't think we're in the wrong here. Come on.
There were like six pillars, and he said that each one of them costs like $2 million.
Oh, that's right. He was even more specific.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because it was the pillars, right?
It wasn't pillars.
It wasn't the balcony. That's right, because there was like the balcony. Yeah. So there's 4 pillars. Yeah, and each of them were like $2 million.
Yeah, and then
allegedly.
So I bring up this whole thing because I'm even going to the Whitney on Friday.
Oh, cool.
Trying to like really get that culture vibe in. You know what I'm talking about? Get that, all that good reading juices, all that stuff that come out museums, all that like.
See, now this I like. Let's keep talking about art, but let's do it that way.
All that rich, sophisticated feeling you get in your brains.
Yeah. Yeah. Fancy ass pillars.
So basically, when there's a museum of, I think it's contemporary. I'm trying to remember what it is. There's just this museum. I'll look it up right now. This is from my hometown as well, where it's like very small.
Oh, from your whole town. Okay.
Give me a second.
There was also a museum we went to in Philadelphia. While he's looking that up, in Philadelphia, that was very nice. What was it? The what institute? I can't remember the guy's name. The Barnes Foundation.
Mm-hmm. Barnes Foundation.
The Barnes Foundation, which was great, had a great collection. That one was frustrating that nothing was labeled.
Yeah, because that was just a guy's house.
It was his private collection. So it was set up how it was always set up. Very cool museum, very worth going to. But they have this thing where you can scan the art to find out things about it. Which we didn't really get to do because by the time I got there, Josh's phone was about dead, and it was draining mine quickly, and we were gonna have to Uber to a show that night, so we couldn't really get some good learning in. But we looked at everything. We looked the hell out of it.
This does bother me that. So my hometown's museum is the Alexandria Museum of Art, and their website is chaos. Their website is themuseum.org.
Whoa, they got it early, huh?
They got it so early. And I can't imagine it's full of...
The museum.
I can't imagine it's full of stuff.
God, it'd be great if you went there and it was like a still under construction, like clip art from like 2001.
Because let's see. I mean, there can't be much in here because the price for adults is $5, which is accessible. I appreciate that, but
that's good. Hell, with the art museum I think we have in our town, I think is free. I think it's a give what you want situation.
Anyway, so what we have. Why is the font like this? I don't know. Anyway,
I can't see what you're looking at.
I was trying to navigate what's there right now to see if this was a piece that's always been there. Anyway, there's a story that I heard about a kid on a field trip from a middle school that tripped. And this happens in some museums. Like I'll tell you about the other one in a minute. But he apparently tripped and his head went like into a painting. So he fully tore it with his forehead. And that's where you're really glad you aren't in the most cultured of cities, because if that had happened in Philly, it'd be your family paying that off for the rest of all of your lives.
Yeah, you all work there now.
That it was in Alexandria means that like y'all owe us.
Someone's got a copy.
Yeah. Y'all owe us one more printout.
Well, didn't your mom almost destroy a Picasso? I know we talked about it on the show, but wasn't that what it almost was?
Yeah, But that one was on like an easel in a gallery for sale. It's like, why is this not protected? This is
Yeah. And even a Picasso too that's more contemporary, that's not going to be the same as like a Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Those are different levels.
And then
of your life being ruined.
Did you see the kid? I can't remember where this happened, but there was a kid who tripped. First of all, he already had a soda in his hand, so it's like already whoever's supposed to be watching him needs to be
in a museum.
jail.
You're not allowed to go near the art with drinks. Yeah. I didn't think
so. He already has a soda in one hand, and then he slips like off of nothing, like slips in the way that only a 14-year-old's legs can slip. You know, like when you're like a teenager, your early teens, and your body is just dumb. Mm-hmm. Like it's just so stupid. Like somehow it can't figure out gravity. It made me mad.
For me, it wasn't quite when I was a teenager. It was a little younger than that.
I don't know. But this kid was like 13, 14. That's why I say it. But basically, he slips, not even walking. This is what's so crazy. Like you'll just see teenagers sometimes, especially when I did community theater, like lighting for community theater. And so you have to be around the kids who are in the program, who have parts in the play. And some of them will just fall from standing up.
Oh yeah, no, my nephew is 12, and his ass will just fall right over.
Yeah, so this kid slips and goes to catch himself against the wall. Against that wall is a painting that he puts his hand through.
Oh, good.
I think
and then throws the soda, and it gets everything else in the room.
Yeah, I mean, well, the soda actually didn't leave his hand. The soda was the thing he was most responsible with. It was his own limbs that were the problem.
I thought for sure the soda was going to be the problem, but he had control of the soda.
Let me say, kid destroys painting. 1.5 million.
Oh no! What did he destroy?
Let's see what it is.
Was this in Alexandria, or where did you say this was?
I didn't say where this one was. I think this was in Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but it was a flower oil on canvas that was 350 years old.
Jeez. Huh.
Like, if I worked at a museum and I saw a clumsy kid coming, I would just be like, we're going to give you the virtual tour. Honestly, if you're gonna walk into a museum, or like if you're gonna be, you should have to do a straight line.
Hold you. I'm gonna hold you in control.
Yeah,
I'll point you at stuff, but from now you don't get to use motor functions in this room.
Mm-hmm.
But since we're talking about destroyed art, can we just take a quick second to remember how glorious it was when that lady fucked up that painting of Jesus? Yeah, see, it's delightful to remember.
So for those that don't know, that was a restorer, right?
She was supposed to be restored.
So for those that don't know, when you are going to a museum, especially if it's a museum with like truly priceless works from like antiquity, you will usually see some restoration. And if you've got a real eye for it, you can pick out what's been restored and what hasn't. Most things from like BC should be very faded. If they're not faded, then there's been some heavy restoration in them. And there's even some, like, you know, not to put them on blast or anything, because I really enjoyed it and I'm going to go back I'm just going to keep going back to the Met as often as I can until I know my way around and can finish, like, feel like I've finished looking at certain exhibits. But in the Greek, so you were on the Egyptian side. On the other side of that, of the museum on the first floor, is the Greek and Roman sections. And in those sections, there are a couple of Greek pots that look like downright cartoonish in the way they've been restored. Like, some of them look good, and some of them they've traced well, but you can tell where it was just so faded that they couldn't trace, that they just made up a face.
Yeah.
Because there was one that, so, and this will only work if you see the video of the podcast, which is on YouTube, by the way. So there was one of them where it's a pot that has aspects of the Trojan War in it. So you see Ajax, you see Achilles, you see all these people. And then there's a random person, which maybe this person had no historical significance or no significance to the Iliad. So maybe it was just supposed to be an extra soldier. But it's like Achilles looking fierce. It's Ajax looking like inquisitive. It's like, you know, I don't know if they were in battle with Hector or not. But then there's just this one character off to the side that's getting stabbed. And the face they're making is just like, like the eyes are like too wide. The eyes are like,
oh no!
It was insanely cartoonish, and the ink looked wet, like like it looked like they just did that.
Hey, do you have that restoration done? We're about to open.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was too much.
Yeah, because like most restoration is like, you know, cleaning and stuff, kind of trying to just spruce it up. But
that Jesus,
that Jesus painting, she was just like, let me just freehand it. let me go ahead and just
wait. Let me find it, and then put it in the show notes. We need to put like a link to it in the show notes so people can.
Maybe I'll make it like on Spotify. It shows the different like episode pictures. I can just make it the.
Can I tell you that when you type in Jesus, we're talking top 8 results is painting restoration.
It was beautiful.
Okay, all right. So
that's a piece of art that I want to buy. Like, that's an interesting thing. Like. I'm not really a religious arts guy, but I would hang that on my wall in a second.
Okay. I love how one of the first results in it when you look it up on YouTube is bungled restoration attempt destroys painting. And it's just, I'm assuming either someone who's upset or the restorer next to the painting like being interviewed. But just so you know, so you can follow along if you've clicked in the show notes or in the description of the YouTube video.
What?
No, a video? A link.
Oh, I was just gonna put a picture of it somewhere. Okay, you'll have to send me this link then.
Yeah, but if you, this is all neither here nor there. But basically, for them to see it, they'd have to click something in the bio of the episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're saying the same thing.
No, I didn't know you were sending to a link to a video. I was just going to post the picture.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sending a link to a video. I'm just saying early in the results on Google is when you go to Google Images, there's a video that's just like bungled restoration attempt.
Yeah. It's funny too that they then just showed the world. I don't know. At that point, if she would have showed up with that restoration, I'd been like, oh, oops, looks like we lost this one.
Okay. So
there's been a heist.
For people looking at it right now, and for those of you who are yet to look at it, the initial one, you can tell it needs some restoration because there are whole pieces of the paint that have chipped off, and there's a lot of white in the overall painting that is just like indicative of aging.
But now this is the original picture, not the messed up one.
This is the original picture.
The original picture.
The original picture
looks like the subject it's supposed to look.
And Jesus's head is tilted. You see the crown of thorns on his head, and it does look a little bit, whether from aging or from the original painting, it does look a bit like Jesus has been punched in the eye. All right, like that is he's really giving his good side hard.
Right.
And it's a bit thick. It's a bit fat.
He's trying to look his best, but he's wearing the crown of thorns means he's having a no good, very bad day. Jesus Christ, no good, very bad day.
This is not the day to get a selfie, you know? Like this is
but he's trying to give
busy.
his good side.
All right.
He's turning the other cheek because that's the one they have not punched yet. So he's trying to just get a good picture of it.
The restoration can only be described to me as Elmo in blackface. But the blackface is actually pretty tan. Like it's just like this looks. This is.
I gotta bring it up. Now.
The art is so bad that it looks a little racist. Like.
Yeah. It's got a Muppet vibe to it. There's a definite Muppet. I love. The story's like, what, 5 years old?
Yeah.
It just popped back in my head. It's so delightful.
Because also...
2014?
They fully smeared the mouth. So the mouth is so smeared now that it looks like Jesus doesn't have a mouth. They moved the beard to way under the chin. So the beard that Jesus did have is no longer in the right place. And the nose has been reconstructed to give like a what is it, Wallace and Gromit.
Reconstruct is a very nice word for what they've done here. His eyes are black too. Look at his eyes.
And also,
and they made like the pupils white.
Whoever did this is an atheist. Like who?
I was gonna say they're either drunk or were trying to make a statement.
Yeah,
or both.
The only way this could be more disrespectful is if they wrote on the actual painting, "Is this your king?" Like,
maybe it's trying to put you in the moment. It's trying to actually take you back then, because they didn't have glasses back then. So this painting is from the point of view of someone who can't see shit, and Jesus was right there, and they didn't know it. Not a lot of people do, perspective. We don't think about that a lot in religious art,
Like, this person botched this painting and then went on to be and when I say mild, I mean the low side of mild. Like if we're talking to Taco Bell sauces levels of success, the extra mild, right?
And I'm sending you a picture right now where just someone did a goof where it was restored to look like It's Pat from SNL. And it just made me laugh.
That is funny.
That's pretty good, right? I know these are all visual bits, but
wow,
that one entertained me. Well, that's I think that's the culture segment.
We should actually call this episode, like in parentheses or in brackets, the episode should say visual companion. and then just have a link to everything we've talked about so people don't get lost.
Yeah. No, I'll make a little. We'll have some things for people to look at. But yeah, no, this is the JJS audio tour is what this is.
All right. One more.
I would love to do that. I would love for us to record a tour for a museum. That's an episode maybe we should do.
Just an episode. Man, this dude look like Gandalf.
Yeah, because Josh and I would say we do a 50-50 every time we go to a museum is us really discussing art we like and techniques we like, and then the other half is us just roasting the hell out of art and how people look in art.
Okay, wait. I'm sending this to you right now, and we'll just add this one to the list. This is another botched restoration. It's the botched Virgin Mary painting.
I did see that one right underneath.
If just to describe it for those of you,
she looks like a thumb with eyes.
Yeah. They gave her the full like Ermagerd.
Ermagerd the Virgin Mary. Like, I don't like. You can't get work again if you do that, right?
Let me tell you, I can't draw. All right. But I at least have the integrity to not take a job where it is my duty to redraw a master.
Yeah. Because it looks like they asked me. It looks like they asked me, hey, can you restore this picture of Jesus? And we need it done today. That's what you're going to get.
Also, I'm very sorry. We don't have any more oil. You're going to have to use crayons.
Yeah. And they're pretty filed down already. So good luck.
Yeah. Can I tell you? Ooh.
Someone send us some art that will restore.
So when I tell me if you experience anything like this. I'm trying to remember where this was, but when I was little, there was a kid who had the full box set of is it 128? I think it's 128 crayons with different colors with a pencil sharpener in the back. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
We had one of those, yeah.
This kid was styling on everybody early in the year.
Yeah.
And by like the spring, maybe right before summer started, he had whittled down every crayon more than I can even, like, I honestly.
Every crayon?
Dude, every crayon. Because I think what he was doing was he just did not like any, this was his flex. Every time he popped that box of crayons open, they were all sharp. They were all like fully, like pinpoint sharp, ready to go.
Gotcha.
Fine point crayon coloring. Okay. And to his credit, he was actually like a pretty good at drawing. Like I remember looking at his drawings and being like, "Oh yeah, I can't do that." Like
I was gonna say, if all of his crayons are filed down and then he's shit at drawing, then you've got like he's eating those.
Yeah,
he's sucking on those crayons,
and so
that's why they're so low.
And so then this kid, this is wild. Okay, so then this kid has filed them down so much that they can't really, like, he lost one in the sharpener because it got too short to sharpen. So then he was just turning it with his thumb to try to like turn it and sharpen it, but then it just got stuck. There's no way to get it out now.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if then like just cut his finger open or something.
No, they made it so you couldn't do that.
Listen, this is a Josh Johnson story. I'm not sure where the turn's coming, but I get ready.
And so this kid had got to the point where all of his crayons, he finally had to take the paper off of each crayon because it was like they're whittled down that much. And he, by the end of that box of crayons, he just had a box of beads. Like he was literally rolling the crayon against the paper to get the color off and to color. And I had never, like, this kid was such a genius to me. It had never occurred to me that could even happen.
Yeah.
Like, he was like fully just dragging the little beads of crayon across the paper, and then was like doing low key like 6-year-old masterpieces. Like,
that sounds like he got the most out of that pack more than anyone else.
Yeah,
because he had all those crayons and that sharpener. And listen, all of us who had it, usually it's like it's cool to bust out, and then you lose crayons, and then you get something stuck in the sharpener, and then you just kind of have like a loose pencil case of crayons because you're done with the box. This kid, though, sounds like he took care of that box, really used these crayons, and used them well.
Do you remember the, like, what was it? What was the company that made the really hardcore like number 2 pencil colored pencils?
I mean, I think there's a bunch of them, but I'm
it
not
may
sure.
have still been Crayola. I have no idea, but basically,
they make some number 2 pencils.
There was a kid who went to steal another kid's colored pencils. And this was like, obviously we're talking like playground rules. This is a no-go, right? This is like off jump. All right. You're getting touched up if you touch my colored pencils, much less try to steal the whole pack.
You can ask, can I borrow that colored pencil? But you have to be prepared for the answer to be no.
Yeah.
I need that one.
And so this kid swiped all the colored pencils off this kid's desk and started running, right?
Damn. That's like, in middle school terms, that's like having sex with someone's wife. You've created a situation here.
And so then, kid takes off after the other kid, and we're already not the most coordinated because we're all young. But in a sometimes something happens where it pulls almost like a divine instinct out of you that you didn't know you had. And this kid, because he can't catch up to the kid that stole his colored pencils, he gets just close enough to him that he makes a big bet, and he just fully swipes one leg. Like, just like catches up to him enough to trip him. Swipes one leg. The kid who's got like the colored pencils, I'm trying to remember how he was holding them, had the colored pencils. Like, either, I can't remember if they were against his chest or all in his hands, but either way, he's holding them kind of like this, and he trips and lands on all
like this.
Of them.
He means has them like in his hands over his chest for the listeners. Falls on them and double staked his chest.
Completely just like really impales a couple pencils.
See, I knew someone was going to get impaled soon. That's why I felt it with the crayon story. I felt it coming. I felt the chaos building.
And then he rolled over. So he lands and he's like, oh, just from landing, right? He's like, you ever, remember when you were a kid and you get so hurt you didn't cry? You were like, I need to breathe through this situation. Like, you don't even.
Yeah. You were stunned that feeling existed.
Yeah. And so this kid rolls over and we just see a bunch of colored pencils like in him, right?
Oh God.
And not like deep, like he's not gonna die or anything, but just like really they stuck. They were sharp. And so then
made me tighten up a little
he
bit.
rolls over and the kid who was chasing him turns around and was like, you could keep him. Just
and the kid laying on the ground is like, I won, and puts his hands up, but all the pencils are still sticking out of his chest.
Nobody wants your blood orange,
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. All of these, the color is blood now.
Yeah.
That's not green anymore. That's blood.
Yeah.
You've made this pack all one color now.
Oh man. Just to keep
our very classy episode going.
No, I'm not gonna tell that one. I'm gonna wait.
No, come on. What do you wait for? What?
Okay.
What are you saving them for?
Just basically. Did you ever see that video got passed around back in the day in like 2007, where this guy was like bugging his friend, and his friend finally gets up. They're in a college dorm, and his friend gets up and then throws some scissors at him.
I don't know if I've seen this one.
Okay, well, he throws the scissors at him, and a lot of people thought the video was fake, but he gets up, finally gets annoyed, throws the scissors at him, and the scissors go like right into the kid's arm, but there's no blood. They're just in there. And that's why people were like, oh, this is fake or whatever, because you see him throw him, but whenever it would have hit him was like slightly off camera. And a lot of people also think it's fake because we hadn't reached that level of fake prank technology yet in 2007. Like in 2007, if you saw something go down online, it was probably really happening.
Yeah.
Like nobody was faking World Star videos.
No, they were just
that's a person who actually got knocked out. Like,
yes.
And so that
I suppose if you throw it well enough too, that's holding in the blood, you know. If you have that in your arm.
The way that it stuck him, and then that guy was also like too hurt to be like screaming or upset. He just went, dude. He just kept saying dude over and over, and then another guy is like, hey, so should we like call an ambulance or anything, or like
yeah, I don't know if I saw that one.
All right,
we'll see if we put that one in the bio. I don't want.
No. We probably should. I actually don't even know if you can find it. There seems to be. Tell me if you think that this is on the money or not. There seems to be a different internet now than there was when we were like getting into college. I feel like the internet now is like a place where nothing is ever really gone and everything is permanent, nothing is private, all that stuff. But I could swear to you that the internet from like 2002 till like 2000 maybe 7, that period of internet was where a lot of stuff was getting shared. But even to this day, there's stuff I can't find anymore.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, because you can find some of those old videos I found, but they're like either there's copies of copies, like it's clearly like, you know, been copied several times and on just some other account. I think it's because some of those videos that we all knew were from sites that don't really exist anymore. Like, I mean, I know they still exist, but you know, like E-Bombs World and stuff like that. Remember those sites where they were always kind of pre-Facebook, like just kind of social media collections of just stuff. Pre-Reddit more is kind of what those sites were.
Yeah.
But then a lot of them shuttered and deleted all their stuff. So if it didn't like make it over to YouTube or something, those videos, like some of them did disappear.
Yeah.
Not all great art gets restored.
Honestly, the way in which we've lost games, especially, and certain videos to games? Time. Like, do you remember Shockwave?
That sounds familiar.
So Shockwave Player is I don't even know if they're affiliated, but like on old PCs that only ran Internet Explorer, the basically their version of I guess Adobe. Somebody can correct me in the comments or in an email if I'm wrong, but basically Shockwave was like one of the video players that you had to keep restoring.
I remember Shockwave.
Then Shockwave.com was this site where it was mostly games, like it was Shockwave Games, but then it also had like forums and stuff like that back when chat rooms were big and stuff. And Shockwave Games had some of the best games. Like when I tell you Shockwave Games and Cartoon Network's original site, like we're talking about even before Toonami.
The Cartoon Network site
had games. They had Dragon Ball Z games. They had Bug Juice. No, Disney. Sorry. Disney actually had a website that had a bunch of games on it. This is back when all the networks had their own website with like games based off of their shows. But
they were like fleshed out games too.
Fully fleshed out thing. Like,
they were like they weren't just because now if you see a sponsored game or a crossover thing, it's usually just like an app game and it's the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, it's like a match 3 whatever.
match 3 or a Candy Crush ripoff or something like that. It's just something that's rushed. But like they used to make fully fleshed out games. I remember a Cartoon Network game that literally took a couple hours to beat, and it was like a puzzle solving where you like went to different islands and traded things to other characters, and it took a while to beat it. I'm like, that was a full game.
Let's talk about a game that I never beat. Samurai Jack on Cartoon Network. They had you as a young Samurai Jack fight everyone he had to fight to become Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
And I was always getting caught up early because I'm not that great at video games. I was getting caught early on the African guy with the sticks.
I don't know Samurai Jack that well. So
okay.
I'll take
Basically,
I'll take your word for it.
It's a beautiful show. We should watch it sometime.
I like the guy who made it. Yeah, I've never watched it, but he did another show called Primal.
You've never watched it?
I've seen like parts of episodes. No, I've never watched Samurai Jack.
Okay, all right.
All right, get ready for our Samurai Jack watch podcast.
Yeah. I feel like
Samurai Josh.
Also for the listener, and this is completely serious because I think that this could be a cool thing. For the listener, please write in and let us know what you think or how you would feel about any sort of companion content. Like if we did do like a visual, like audio companion to a bunch of images or like something like that, because that could be a good, fun new thing that we try.
I don't fully know what he means. So yeah, I guess let us
imagine know. Okay, so for instance, right?
Yeah.
You could do the entire image collection of an artist's work or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then in the show notes, we're just this image is like, time stamped like this. We talk about this one first, this one second, whatever. And then I think that there could be something fun about, like, let's say we were to watch Rise of the Young Wolf.
Is that a Samurai Jack episode?
Ouch.
What is that?
That is the air hockey documentary that we watched together.
I forgot about that. Yeah. I mean, I think what you're describing is a reaction video.
Kind of like a reaction video, but yeah, in pieces.
I think it's what you're describing is just a more well edited kind of reaction video. But we could release just a commentary for it. The special commentary. Go watch Rise of the Young Wolf, and here's our commentary track for it.
Oh no!
I like that. Oh, there's a fly.
Yeah.
This one's all over the place because first it was art, then Flash games. Then I think we just had a work meeting for a second there.
No, that's my bad. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know if it would translate into something worth asking people. But ending the whole thought on reaction video means probably not.
Let's do a reaction video right now. That was a little joke. I did. That one was scared. Is what that was.
Yeah.
Well, what were we building to with Cartoon Network and Disney Channel websites? Was it? Just off of how the internet's changed.
Yeah, how the internet's changed and how I can't find those games. Like now that I have the motor skills to beat games, I really wish I could go back and just do what my young, inexperienced hands could not.
Right.
I feel like I got good at video games when I was like 22. Like I finally started putting it all together.
Right.
Because I was decent at some games, but I just didn't have the concentration and the hand-eye coordination for certain games. And then sure enough, at like right around like 23, I'd be chilling with Jacob and we'd play something and I'd be like, oh, it's all clicking somehow now.
But that's deceiving though, because I feel like I've had it both ways with old games where you go back and then you can just beat it actually, and I'm kind of like, oh, this is the game I had so much trouble with. But then there are still some old games and I'm like, this is stupid hard.
Yeah.
It's still really hard.
That's how I feel about Tapper. When I watch you play Tapper,
Yeah. Arcade games though were designed to be hard because they want to just keep putting coins in. So certain arcade games get to a point where you truly just can't win, but they just want you to keep feeding money. Mm-hmm. It's to make you feel good enough, but I'm pretty good at Tapper too. Just putting that out there. Just wanted to end on the important point, which is that I'm pretty good at Tapper. That's a fun one to play because it's got a different controller system. What are we doing now? This is our most tangent-y one, but I think it's because this is the most less pressed for time we've been in a while.
Yeah.
To fit an episode in.
Yeah, this is what happens when we actually have all day to chat.
Yeah. Anything else on art, or should I get the mailbag?
So yeah, you can pick the mailbag while I talk about art museums a little bit more, because I've now been to enough.
Do it.
So okay, I've been to enough now that I have gathered lots of different experiences, and I remember, wow, there was this one woman named Leanne who I can't think of a better word than cornered. She truly and fundamentally cornered me in the abstract expression section of the museum, and was just telling me about her day.
Oh, see, but now this kind of sounds like a Josh Johnson dream come true, though.
You would think so, but not only was her day not good, like, I'm all about getting to know people, in like an organic way or anything. I think it's a different energy when no one wants to hear what you're about to say, and so you corner a person and tell them, because I was like, oh, okay, like she was telling me about how she had to go to court and like all this stuff, and I was like, oh no, well, I hope that works out, and best of luck in your claim. I in my head I'm like, I got nothing for you. Like I don't fully understand, because she was also trying to explain.
Good luck with your claim.
Well, she was trying to explain to me what she was trying to sue for, and I
get that.
I also didn't get it. So I was like, oh yeah, I guess. But this isn't checking in with a person to get advice. It's also not a time where you're like, I need to air this out to a person for feedback. This is just like, oh man, all right, this guy's by himself. And
yeah.
And so then, which I really respect this about her, because this is where it becomes your nightmare. So I'm like, oh, well, I hope that everything goes well. And, I even think I said it was great talking to you. And I start to move. And she just follows me. Like, she just follows me and keeps talking. And I didn't think it was an option. Like, I didn't think...
You thought surely she won't come with me.
Because usually when there's someone that's the security of the museum that's like, oh, don't touch the painting or whatever, they're usually confined to an area.
Right, yeah.
But she is leaving her post.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Or like that guy at the Barnes Foundation, remember, who was like running laps?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some security guards are free range.
That guy so clearly wanted someone to be arrestable. Like, he was just...
Yeah, he was just walking in circles, getting his steps in.
Yeah, and some of it was
it's not a big place.
It's not a big place, and some of it was like, we would see him in a different room going in the direction he was just in. Like, does he know where he's going? Like, it seemed like he was lost and he didn't want to admit it to anyone.
It seemed like it was going to be very easy for him to knock someone over into like all of the antique furniture that was there.
Yeah, imagine your whole head going through a Matisse because the security guard is like trying to find the bathroom and simply can't, but doesn't want to ask someone who doesn't work there where the bathroom is.
Yeah, it's his first day. He's nervous. He's trying to walk off the nerves.
Yeah. But no.
So how long did this security guard at this other museum follow you?
I truly...
We're still dating.
I truly can't even imagine the amount of time that it was. It felt like for half the time I was there, and I was there for like 4 hours.
See, that's what you get.
Yeah.
See, that's why sometimes I'm kind of like, maybe I need to be more open to experiences like Josh. And then I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
It's nice that people don't really talk to me.
And some of it, I will say, some of it did seem unfair to her. There were a couple of instances where I was like, yeah, you should probably, like, now I am rooting for you in your suit, you know? But then also, like, her back, it was like, it was just, she would, yeah.
What about her back?
She was just talking about how her back always hurts, but then they give her the upstairs, and she's like, I really want the downstairs, so I don't have to go up the stairs for my back. But, you know, to be fair, I only have to go up the stairs twice in my shift. And I was just like, man, this, like, she was complaining to me so much, it felt like family.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's, if you're going to follow someone around at your job to talk to them, like, bring something, man.
Yeah.
Make up some stuff. Make up how old those pillars are. Do something. Don't just be like, a little bit of creak, a little bit of ache in my back there.
Yeah.
But I have to use it, you know, walking and standing.
And she'd be like, oh, I like this one. That was the other thing that she did that cracked me up. She'd be like, I really like this one. I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, as if I'm not seeing everything for the first time.
Right.
And then she was like, we're not supposed to comment on what we like and don't like unless you ask us. So ask me which one I don't like. And I was like, what? And she was like, ask me which one I don't like. And I was like, you know, it's just us in here. Like, this is like a slow day.
That's some great mom energy.
I had like a club date on the Thursday. And so I'm just there during a Thursday. So there's almost no one in the entire museum. And she's like, ask me which one. And I was like, are we on camera or something? She's like, just ask me which one I don't like. And I was like, fine, which one do you not like? And she was like, that one. And she pointed to the one behind me. And she was like, it looks like, she leaned in to say, it looks like poo.
Got him. You got him, Doris.
Yeah. Get
him. Ask me which one I don't like. I like that. Well, should we wrap up this very culture-filled episode with our mailbag?
I mean, not only should we wrap it up, we should probably cut 15 minutes of it.
We'll see. For the video portion, my camera is no longer recording for some reason. I guess the card's full, even though it was empty. I don't know. So just for the remainder of the video, my half will just have that Jesus painting. I'll just go ahead. So you'll see Josh and then that terribly restored